So far we've looked at writing equations of lines when given slope and the y-intercept from a graph and given slope and a point. The last thing we need to do is talk about finding it from 2 points, or we're really giving you a bunch of points. So when we want to write the equation of a line, I usually need formula y equals mx minus h plus k, where m is my slope and hk is my point. But when I am given 2 points, I'm missing the slope. So what you need to do first, we did a couple weeks ago, which is to find slope from 2 points. And how did we talk about doing that? You copy and paste your points into the table. Whoops, I copied that down wrong. That to -2. Sorry. This should be 2, -2. Okay. Now, here we go. Now we're going to copy that point in. And we find slope like normal. Remember, slope is change in y over change in x, so I need to find what my change in x, change in y are. So how do you go from -2 to +2? We add 4. How do you go from -4 to -2? We add 2. Slope is change in y, 2 over change in x, 4, which is going to be 1/2. So when I come over here to my formula, I'm going to get y equals 1/2, parentheses, x. And here's where I get to choose. Since I'm given 2 things, I'm going to go eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And I'm going to go with the first one. And remember what the minus in the formula means right here is opposite. So the opposite of -2 is +2. And then with k, you're going to keep k. So I'm going to keep it as -4. And now my last two steps are distribute and combine like terms. Distribute means multiply. 1/2 times x is just 1/2 x. Half of +2 is +1. And then I'm going to bring down my -4. And I can just combine those two numbers at the end. So what is 1 minus 4? -3. So finding the equation from 2 points is just really kind of putting two things we've done together. Finding slope and then using the y equals mx minus h plus k formula that we did yesterday. So let's look at a couple examples. So you can use any of the space that you have kind of in the middle of your foldable to do this. So I've split this up into 3 problems. I'm just given 2 points. That means the first thing I need to do is find slope. So I'm going to copy and paste these into my table. I say copy paste because some people like to switch order, but you should still be keeping them in the same order. So you go from 6 to 8. We go up to. How about 7 to 13? That's up 6. Slope is change in y over change in x, which is going to reduce to 3. So I'm going to use my formula, y equals m, x minus h, plus k. So y equals, the slope I just found was 3, x. And I'm going to go with the one with tinier numbers, so I'm going to go with the 6 and the 7. So that's going to be my h and my k. My minus means opposite, so the opposite of +6 is -6. I keep k, so I'm keeping it as a +7. Now my last two steps are distribute and combine like terms. So distribute. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times -6 is -18. Bring down your +7. -18 plus 7 is going to be -11. And I'm done. Let's do the next one. -6, -1, -6, 4. Do you notice anything about that when I put it in the table? What's something that you notice? Hopefully what you can see is that all the x values in my x column are equal to -6. So what the equation of that line is. X equals -6. You're done. I didn't have to do anything else. Now if you had tried to find slope, you would have said that was +0 and +5. Slope is change in y over change in x. That's a no versus an okay, so that would be undefined, which is great, except for when I try to write an equation, then I get really stuck with how to put an undefined slope in an equation. Although you might think about it as being VUX, so undefined, which means x equals, so that can get you to the x equals, or you can use your eyes and just look and see that you have the same x values. Now with that idea, can you guess what the answer is going to be to this next one? 2, 7, and 1, 7. You see it? Y equals 7, because everything in the y column was equal to 7. You can also imagine graphing these, and if you graph these, the top one would be a vertical line, and the bottom one would be equal. The last thing we'll look at is how to do it from a table. Remember, a table is really just a list of points, so it's really exactly the same information I've been given before, they just give me extra. So all you need to do is just choose 2 points. Doesn't matter what 2 points. I'm going to choose these first 2 points because I just want to read farther in my table. But if you want to do the first and last, that's fine. If you want to do the middle 2, that's fine. It doesn't matter, you'll get the same answer. And if you're really bored, you can prove to yourself that you get to the answer. And I'm so sure every one of you is going to do that. So how do we go from -1 to +1? Up 2. How about 6 down to 2? That's -4. Slope is change in y, -4, over change in x, 2. So my slope reduces to -2. We're using my formula, y equals m, x minus h, plus k. So my m that I just found is going to be -2, parentheses, x, and now I need to decide what point I'm using. So I'm going to use the first point. So that means I am using the point -1, 6. So that's my h, and that's my k. Remember, the minus in the formula means opposite. So the opposite of -1 is +1. Then I'm going to keep k, so keep it as a +6. Last 2 steps are to distribute and combine like terms. Distribute means multiply. -2 times x is -2x. -2 times 1 is -2. Bring down your +6. So y equals -2x, and -2x is +4. The end. Amen. That's it. Make sure to take a picture of your notes and submit.